It's a rather interesting thing that the episode that I ended up calling Crashing Dreams ended up having some recording issues. And while I was looking over the video for making a thumbnail while I was uploading it, I figured out that, hey, there's no commentary here. There was already some issues with the face cam during that episode, because apparently my SD card was full and I only noticed that like 25 minutes in. But now apparently something happened and my voiceover just didn't record either. So I don't have even the camera audio to do a worse quality version of it. So I'm post-commentating, and I don't know, I'm probably not going to fill an entire half an hour with post-commentary, but that just means that the video will be sped up a little bit, probably. It gives me a little bit of a opportunity to talk to you guys though, because obviously we're now doing the Dreamweaver's homeworld, and with the Dreamweaver's homeworld done, we only have an artist world to go. So next episode we will finish this homeworld, and then the episode after that we'll do the rest of the game. We'll do the finale. So after this episode, there's only 2 more episodes left. And I am recording this post-commentary like literally an hour before this video is supposed to go up. And that gives me an interesting opportunity, because I still am not quite sure what I want to do with my next Let's Play after this. Obviously, the Pokemon X Nuzlocke has started as my main series, my Pokemon series, but now that Spyro is ending, I don't know what I want to do. And I talk about it in the finale episode quite a bit as well. But I want to do something that is not half an hour long videos, because there's a variety of reasons for that. One of which is I want to be able to build up a little bit more of a buffer for videos, especially since I'm going on vacation next week and I really need to get that buffer up. But also, of course, there is a lot of like stuff regarding my health, and I've been not feeling very well lately, and that is going better now, but it still isn't going very well. So if I can record like once a week for an entire week's worth of videos on the side series, which is now Spyro and will be another game in a couple of days, I can still keep up with every other day on Pokemon X. If I do half an hour of videos of both series, I just won't be able to keep up. Partly because I'm just too tired half the time, and partly because my usual daily activities with work are starting to pick up a little bit more, which is a good thing, because I definitely needed that, because you need money to live, but it also leaves me less time to record videos. But I still do want to have daily uploads. So what I'm thinking is the side series is going to probably be about 15 to 20 minute videos rather than 30 to 40-ish minute videos. Which leaves me in an interesting position, because it needs to be a game that really works with that. Because exactly the opposite reason of why I am live streaming Final Fantasy X. Final Fantasy X being a lengthy JRPG is a fairly slow game, and doing half an hour long episodes of that, I wouldn't make a lot of progress per episode. But doing streams that last between 1 and 2 hours per time, I make significantly more progress every single stream. Even though it's only once a week. It's just like on a episode by episode basis, ignoring the frequency, we actually make progress. And that's one of the most important things, I think, when doing an episode. When I start an episode versus when I end an episode, there needs to be some kind of at least somewhat significant progress. If I've just been watching cutscenes and done 2 battles in Final Fantasy, for instance, during an episode, I don't think that is an episode that's worth anything, really. Even though it's quite easy on me, my voice, because I don't have to talk a lot of those cutscenes going on. So my next Let's Play is going to be something that's the opposite of that. That is something where you can make a interesting amount of progress within a fairly short time period. The thing is, I am not entirely sure what that's going to be yet. And I've got a couple of interesting suggestions here, which I also posted in my Discord. Link is down below in the description if you want to keep like up to date and like give your opinion on this kind of stuff more regularly. I have a list which consists of 4 games right now. That is Plants vs. Zombies, the tower defense game, Stardew Valley, which kind of suffers a little bit from progress sometimes being a little bit slow, but you can also just play like 2 or 3 days per episode, and there will be something interesting every day that happens to a certain extent. So I'm kind of like 50-50 on that. Then there's Reventure, which is a small little fun indie game where you, I think there's like 100 endings, and you can do a couple of endings per video. And there's weird endings like you're an adventurer and you go on a quest, but one of the endings is you stab the king. And then you just decide, fuck it, I'm the king now. Or when you stab a guard, you get thrown in prison or executed or something like that, right? So there's about 100 endings there. You can do a couple of endings per video, and that way you can make an interesting video with only 15 or so minutes. The thing there is that some of those endings would need a lot of like off-screen getting back to certain locations. So I don't know that I would actually like for recording, for my voice and my commentary purposes, that would be good maybe. But for like the time it takes me to record the episodes, I don't think that would be very good either. But it's definitely still an option. And then the last one is Game Dev Tycoon, because you can just like make a couple of games, see how they do every episode, and that is that. Even though you don't make significant progress maybe every single episode, like you don't upgrade your game development studio every single time, it's still you're pumping out multiple games every single episode, which would classify as progress for me. Personally, I am now leaning more towards Plants vs. Zombies, because you can just do a couple of levels and maybe throw in a mini game at the end of every episode. Just do like 2 levels and a mini game or something, or just do 2 levels. Did I say 2 episodes? I don't know. But those are the options I have been thinking of myself as of late. And I want to know what you guys think. And also, it doesn't have to be limited to those 4 games. If you think, oh, but maybe you could play this game, shoot it. Tell me. I'd love to know. Honestly, if you say, please play Riptor's Rage right after this, I'll gladly do that as well. That won't be a problem. If you're like, no, actually, maybe a Crash Bandicoot game after a Spyro game, because, that's fitting. And there as well. Probably as long as it's like not a Crash Bandicoot 1. Even Crash Bandicoot 1 in the Insane Trilogy actually isn't that bad. I'll do that if it's a game I've never heard of. There's a low likelihood of me doing it, because I want to be able to, again, make significant progress in a short time period every single episode. But I just want you guys' opinion on this. And seeing as how this episode has no audio for reasons unknown to me, I figured this would be a good opportunity to ask you guys and have your input in a video, because otherwise I would have only talked about this in the finale episode, by which time I would have had to start recording the next series. And right now I haven't started recording the next series yet, and I'm probably not going to today. So as this video gets uploaded, I can watch if people comment, and that'll be interesting. It's a bit of a shorter video today, but that is something you're going to have to get used to, although maybe not as short as it is. I'm not going to get into like stories or anecdotes in this video. It's just purely like for update purposes. If you're watching this Let's Play like weeks, months, or years down the line and you come across this episode, yeah, that's I'm sorry about that. That's been it. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you've enjoyed this video, which would be a little bit like, is this enjoyable? I don't know. There will probably like be an end screen or something. I'll see you all back next episode with actual face cam and actual audio. Wouldn't that be great? I already have it recorded and uploaded. next episode. There's nothing wrong with that one.